Hey people, Inquisitor 3v3 Faction War. This is Kathari Ruins and Chaos Space Marines versus Space Marines. For the blue Chaos team, we have the current Elite League champion, It's Best Noob, with a Plague champion. Starts off in ranged combat with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but it's pretty slow. Alongside, Ben 1993 rocking a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. We got some Black Legion here. I think that was word bearers for Best Noob, yes it is. And rounding off the team, shreeH, also known as Shroom, with a Chaos Lord. Durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption. We have the Emperor's Children, looks like, fighting in melee combat, of course. Red Space Marines, first up, Bruce Campbell is an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health. Regeneration Aura, the Blood Angels elite scheme. That's a Death Company Apothecary, so he's even more emo than the other guys. Rah rah, my Primarch's dead and all that. Alongside, Redbeard as a Techmarine, starts off ranged combat, can also support the structures and repair, even get into some melee, eats a Doom Bolts, but behind some heavy cover. Rounding off the teams, it's the Dawn of War 2 legend, Dark Riku, with a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Looks like they're both Blood Ravens, Redbeard and Dark Riku, so I'm going to be confused. Kicking off, classic matchup of Chaos Lord versus Force Commander in the southwest. Heretics chasing off the scouts while the heroes tie up the opposite Marines, as it were. Best Noob is getting doubled. Ben needs to respond. They have capped the mid. Some worship. Need to stop those guys worshipping and get up here. Shotguns up already for Redbeard with double scouts. That's a good Doom Bolts. Look how much damage it did to those tactical Marines. Catch something out of cover early on and they are screwed. Here comes the Apothecary to tie up the Chaos Space Marines. Just healed himself there. Double CSM for both Ben and Best Noob. Good special by the Sorcerer getting in and tying up those Marines. They should be able to repel this now, I think. Maybe the Heretics coming right around the back would have been slightly better. Doom Bolts makes a big old retreat happen. Doom Blast takes out another Marine. Those guys down to one model, and Dark Riku. Tactical Marines down to one model. They do have shotguns, but the Chaos Lord isn't too bothered about that kind of thing. Can't knock him over, can't suppress him. Now going to fight this Force Commander who's taken barely any damage. Should be able to see off the Chaos Lord. Nobody bothered to cap anything. It's all about killing down there. Looks like some Raptors on the way for Shroom, who has dropped their Heretics. And triple CSM for Ben. That must be a mistake. And it is, and they've gone for Raptors too. Awesome. Now some power bashing. Heretics going towards the northeast for that contested power. Those guys capping. Any war gear yet? Not that I see. Oh, looks like Havocs for Best Noob. So the Space Marine players spending the early power on shotguns here and there. These guys going straight for those tier 1.5 units. Should allow them some decent pressure early on. This is a no natural VP map, of course, so triple caps are a big deal. Nobody capping southwest still. Lots and lots of bolter fire. Customized Storm Bolter up by the Apothecary too. These guys looking for a target for shotgun blasts, but there's some infiltration there. They did spot it just in time. Maybe they can focus the Sorcerer. No, gets out of trouble. And look at these guys. That's double Kraken Bolts, and that guy wasn't in cover and gets taken out. Cover is a per model basis. Heal just thrown out on those Marines there. Here come Havocs though, and Raptors, and they can't answer both of them. That's for sure. Right now, Heretics with an aspiring champion getting in there. Doom Blast forces a big old retreat, and it's a good start for the Chaos team. Can maybe get a decap here. What's this? It's Raptors coming to the mid. Shotgun scouts there are going to be meleeed in the face. Nope. There's the blast and there's the run. Combi Flamer up for Shroom's Chaos Lord. They did replace the Heretics, as you should. And Dark Riku with double Tactical Marines. We have a Power Sword, which suggests this guy's going to get Iron Halo. Oh, there's Artificer as well. Might see a fully kitted out Force Commander in Tier 1. Assault Marines jumping in. Big old retreat because they jumped the Havoc, so there was no way for them to hold the line really. They didn't get a decap. It must have been noded again or something and they bashed it. Up here, the aspiring champion Heretics bash a node and get the decap going. Look at that triple there for Chaos now. They have all the contested points too, and they're on the power this side. Raptors jumping in from Ben. Shroom's Raptors already in there. They're pretty low though. Down to a single model. The Force Commander was in there, and here comes Redbeard. Look at that. That was a high-powered shot, and they get the kill. Really quick thinking by Redbeard. I don't think they would have got that wipe if he didn't use the high-powered shot. Excellent play. You'll see what Shroom does now. Ben's in here just trying to support the power bash. But now they're kind of overextended slightly. Force Commander does have the Iron Halo now. Ready to smack some heretics up. Knocked over by the aspiring champion. He's not going to like that. Puts up the Iron Halo just a little bit too late to stop that knockback. Sorcerer's almost level 2. The Doom Bolts continues to be insanely dangerous. These are Death Company Assault Squad. I've just consumed the heretic as they retreated past him. And look at that damage. That's crazy. Nothing there to follow up. Well, Chaos Lord was, I guess. But thankfully for the Assault Marines, they get away with all their models. Double CSM alongside the Plague Champion. No sign of any war gear for that guy yet. Shotgun Scouts working on the node. Uncapped mid. Force Commander with the Iron Halo can go toe-to-toe with a level 1 hero pretty damn well. Chaos Lord has got Harness of Rage. That will support his Raptors. See that energy regen. It's actually an AoE energy regen on hit. Pretty damn good supportability actually for a Chaos Lord to have. Heretics don't use energy, so they don't care. But will be amazing for those Raptors if they can crowd in around the Chaos Lord. Also got, of course, the Dark Halo. So he himself benefits from that energy gain in quite a substantial way. Little burst of Corn Worship. Raptors jumping in. Might be able to get straight back onto the power. Doesn't have the energy for an Immolate though. But they're on it. They are on it. Without the Force Commander around, the Raptors and the Chaos Lord clean up that double tap army pretty well. Kicking off in the northeast. I hear a Raptor jump. Was it just these guys? I think it was these guys. Can they get on those scouts? They cannot. Look at the damage coming in now from Sniper Scouts, Bolter Fire, and of course this thing, the Mastercrafted Bolter. Tier 2 for Best Noob and Ben. They're already there. Bruce Campbell and Riku also going. Looks like Redbeard and Shroom will be the last players to go. Look at this. Shroom replacing the Raptors. Awesome. Oh, we saw them earlier, didn't we? Yeah. Bashing power. Force Commander's there. He's not happy. He was power alone. Here come the double taps. Can they pop their Kraken Bolts? They might have used it already. Doom Blast and back away. Raptor jump. Look how long this Chaos Lord has been in the field. It's crazy. It was really well played by Shroom. Managing the engagements well. Also getting a power bash. Just not a whole lot that the double attacks can do to quickly take out the Raptors. They didn't even drop a model there, in fact, and they got a Marine. Bloodletters for both Best Noob and Ben. We do have Assault Marines for both Bruce Campbell and Redbeard. Sniper Scouts down to a single model. On the power again is Chaos. They are being relentless here. Can the Space Marines now start to ramp up in Tier 2? Might want some Dreadnoughts on the field. So they've got Bloodletters and Raptors to deal with. But also charge down, well, walk down the Havocs. There's a jump. Well, Heretics are there. So is the Sorcerer and more Heretics. No war gear for the Plague Champion or the Sorcerer yet. Chaos Lord still fully kitted out in Tier 2 now. Havocs jump. Get jumped rather. Are they going to drop all these Assault Marines? Down goes the Plague Champion. I think it's the second time he's fell. Bloodletters teleporting in. Scary, scary unit. Demons with power melee weapons slicing up the Marines with ease. And can teleport right on you. That guy died so fast. And there's their warp shift. So they'll take no damage. They can also not be knocked over in the warp shift, but they can't attack or cap. Another jump. Just getting into the back line so quickly. There's not a whole lot they can do. Demons, well, Bloodletters cannot be suppressed. So Shotgun Blast, while it would knock them down, isn't hugely great. Raptors with their aspiring champion, that really mean looking Blood Maul or Demon Maul, whatever it is. Bloodletters there, couldn't quite get a decap. And that was a retreat from Best Noob. These guys are teleporting somewhere. What are they up to? Oh, they're going for the VP. Or rather, what's on the VP? It's Scouts. There's that Shotgun Blast. Knockback, but no suppression. Did a decent job. I wonder how the animations for kind of getting up compares among the units. Is it all standard? A standard amount of time to get up? We got double plasma gun tactical marines for Bruce Campbell. No combat stims though. Space Marines hitting back. Look at this. Triple cap all of a sudden. It's like a switch just turns on for Space Marines once they get tier 2. And they become way more scary. Assault squad here getting his sergeant. Those plasma guns are going to do some work, that's for sure. And the plasma cannon now. Uh-oh, friendly fire. Little bit of friendly fire. But they are on the power here. Marco Zinch CSM for Ben. Only one of them though. No marks for best noob stuff. In fact, they've gone straight to tier 3. With a decent amount of red too, they could get some Chaos Terminators up in a few minutes. So nice grenade from Dark Riku on those Raptors. Blood Crusher though in their face. There's the whirlwind of Redbeard. Dark Riku's got some Sternguard veterans in tier 2. But nothing else yet. Oh, we're getting a Power Fist going. That's what we're getting. Whirlwind doing its thing there. Good disruption from long range. They don't really need to manage too much. It's not like a Manticore or something. Rod of Warp Fire up for the Sorcerer. Maybe get a revive. There we go. Sorcerer can help out others if they're chaotic enough. There we go. Gets level 3 too. Fake Champion should be able to stay in the field. We have double Mark of Zinc CSM for Ben. Nothing else of best noob. They want a tier 3 heavy hitter, I guess. Chaos Lord just venerating Khorne in his own way there. Blood Crusher, I think, is barely going to get away. Sternguard veterans are trying to get it with Vengeance rounds, and 4 the Emperors on them too from the global bar of the Force Commander. But it didn't pay off. Didn't quite pay off. Blood Crusher is going to need a lot of repair or a lot of worship or something. Fake Champion's in trouble again. Going to go down. And does go down. Wonder what they're planning to get. Would love to see some Lightning Claw Chaos Terminators ripping stuff up. Scouts getting a bit too close. Yeah, shotguns can be a bit of a liability late game in a 3v3 because there's just so much stuff to shoot them. And they need to get close to fire. Wow, marked target ripped through those Chaos Space Marines. Unluckily though for the Space Marine players, they couldn't quite finish them off. That was from Signum Armor of the Techmarine. I think he just got a heal from the Apothecary there. Got Armor of the Apothecarian now. Anything for Redbeard's Marines? No, no specialized weapon. They are going to get this VP back, I think. Or maybe not. Raptors are in there. And this is double Marco Zinc CSM. Light cover for the Techmarines helping him out there. Raptors are acting a little bit strangely. Okay, they found something to smack. The Assault Squad might have been saved then by the whirlwind shot. Plasma Cannon, can he do something? There we go. Decent shot. Shotgun blast too. Looks like they rebuffed that. Oh, beautiful grenade from Redbeard. Wiped out the Chaos Space Marines of Ben, and those guys had the Marco Zinch. That was a really good wipe. Good grenade on the Havocs there from Riku, is it? Yep. And they're trying to defend this power. It's been hit a bunch of times. Big plasma cannon shot. Took out 2 Marines there. Those guys, Marco Zinch. They had an aspiring champion, I believe. Maybe not. Raptors getting rid of the plasma cannon though. Yeah, Riku needs a little bit of support here. We now have a Melter Gun Techmarine. Those guys are going for the kill. These are Mark of Khorne Havocs, yep. But they run into huge amounts of trouble. Bloodletters and Aspiring Champion Heretics with a Chaos Lord alongside them too. I believe this... Oh, it says it specifies your own squad, so it's not going to help out allied Bloodletters, I guess. 273 to 135. Chaos typically doesn't share and typically doesn't buff each other. More Heretics for Shroom. Tier 3 for Ben. We got a tank up here for Best Noob. Still no marks on those guys. Went for that tank. What about you, Mr. Sorcerer? Level 4, you've done well. Force Commander flees, now has a teleporter and the Power Fist. Level 3. Whirlwind is doing some really good work. Another one of those would be pretty good, I think. Bloodletters are going for something. What are they going for? Uh-oh. Plasma Cannon Devastators. Look how quickly they rip through them. Stone Guard using their Hellfire acid rounds against the Bloodletters there, because they are light infantry. Here we go. Power Bash. Nope. Thought better of it. Saw the Raptors maybe, and the Blood Crusher there. And also some retreating Raptors. Didn't quite get them. It's a good jump, a really good jump. Look how much stuff it's suppressed. And those Marines were able to turn around and get one shot off, but then the massive cooldown penalty for being suppressed kicks in. They can't get another shot. And are forced to retreat. So they defended the power. 248 to 135. Space Marines. Oh, good grenade there. Some really good grenades from the Space Marine players. Red Beard again with that one. Warp Fire messes up those scouts. Stern Guard with their Kraken bolts seeing off the Sorcerer. Gives you the most raw DPS against heroes. These scouts should leave the capture. These guys maybe? Nope. Those guys are turning around with vengeance rounds. Not sure what they're going for here. Oh, they're going for the Blood Crusher. I think they are. And Force Commander can use that for the Emperor again to help get the kill. Bruce Campbell tier 3. Oh, the tank was dealt with. The tank was dealt with somewhere. Completely missed that. I don't see the right. There it is. Plague Champion still down. Wonder what it was. I don't see any miss. It could have been Melter Bomb and Melter Gun, that kind of thing. Try to keep an eye on things, Indrid. You might have seen it on a minimap or something. So much stuff to look at in a 3v3. Blood Crusher gets flesh over steeled. He's alright. And back on the power again is Shroom. Space Marines do have the Southwest 233 to 126. Got a lot of VPs to make up though. It's a decent shot there. Silk Marines jumping in. There's the Melter and Mark Target is on this thing. Mark Target's now off it and it survives with 8 hit points. They're going to get it though. Down it goes. Now in melee with a Chaos Lord. They do have a missile launcher on these guys too. So that must have helped against the tank earlier, maybe, if it was up then. Grenade. I don't think they were quite close enough for a good grenade there. They're going to try and get a decap, I think, on that fully matured wreck point. What's this? Chaos has the northeast. Trying to get that contested node as well. Time to Power Bash. 221 to 122 on the VPs. Shroom. Now down to 2 units. Goes tier 3 though. And Chaos Lord gets on the VP. Hellfire rounds will give you damage over time against heroes. Should maybe switch to Kraken though. Almost goes down actually. Oh, determined to get this kill is Dark Riku. Teleports in and a sync kill with a Power Fist to the face of that fella. Oh, look at this. Chaos Terminator is on the field for best noob default loadout at the moment. That missile shot was pretty bad, guys. Bloodletters continue to be a massive pain in the ass. But can they swing this around, the Space Marines, in terms of VPs? 2 to 1. Not that far off now. What's that? 78 behind. More Terminators from Ben. Oh man, nasty Doom Bolts. They'll be glad that they have those plasma guns, eh? Got a lot of Terminators to kill, and these guys with lightning claws. Maybe Riku can get some of his own. There's an auto cannon. I mean, Chaos still have lots of scary stuff. Maybe, I'm sure Bruce Campbell is saving up for a Land Raider. Maybe. I'm sure maybe. That's my final answer. I certainly would be. Mark Target on the Chaos Terminators there. They both have claws, do they? That's nasty. Takes out those Assault Marines. Can they deal with this? Double Lightning Claw Terminators with everything else. It's a lot of stuff, especially with the Raptors able to jump in and suppress big chunks of infantry. Can't shoot at the Terminators then. Force Commander barely escapes. Terminators don't really have a good rotation rate. They can't hit stuff and retreat very well. Oh no, Bruce Campbell goes for Terminators, not for a Land Raider. I certainly would have gone for a Land Raider, I think. Laser cannon hits them both. They're going to try and fight these guys, and they are trying to escape. Oh, there's Warp from the Sorcerer. Gets them out of trouble. A Chaos Predator on the way for shreeH. Tier 3 for Redbeard. Has tons of red. I'd love to see a Venerable Dreadnought dropped in there. And they'll be able to get it pretty soon. Just need 100 power, I think. Uh-oh. Power Fist Terminators versus Lightning Claw Terminators is not a good fight for those Loyalist fellas. That Missile Launch Attack Squad might want to swap to a Plasma Gun of their own. So they got a lot of heavy armor to get through. What is this? Is that a Venerable? I think it is, you know. Redbeard suddenly has no requisition left. There it is. Unique to the Techmarine, one of my favorite units in the game. I love me some melee walkers. This guy is unique. Got more health than the usual Dreadnought. Can also charge around, which is pretty useful for getting yourself into fights or out of fights. And facilitates the decap. 184 to 58 isn't going to be enough though. Where is he going? Going after those Bloodletters maybe? Chaos are capping the mid though. Scouts on the southwest, but what is that? That's autocannon in your face. I don't think you're about to finish that cap, fellas. Oh! The infiltration kicked in, I think. A Nurgle tank for shreeH now. Here comes the Venerable. Chains of Torment up from Ben. Goes after those Terminators. That's what it's there for. Should be able to smack those Terminators around. These power melee Lightning Claws aren't a good match for a melee walker with melee resistance. No Dark Age of technology yet. Land Raider Redeemer from Dark Riku has tons of requisition too. Might want to get a Devastator squad up or something. Help suppress and control things in the mid. Or just a bunch of Plasma Devs would do pretty good, I think. Uh-oh, there's the las cannon. Bad news for vehicles. Big chunks of damage and that snare. Can they get out of trouble? It might be done for here. Should have been a little bit more careful with it, I guess. Is he going to get away? Those guys are trying to move. Scouts here trying to repair. They're going to get torn up. Where are you going, Dreadnought? Go east. What is this now? More Terminators from Redbeard. Land Raider Redeemer is up. 2-1 though for Chaos. Big shot from the Plasma Cannon. Trying to focus fire on the Terminators. Where is the Techmarine with his marked target? Dreadnought does live. I don't think Redbeard has enough for Blessing of the Omnissiah though. They're trying to get them off the VP. Plague Champion with still no war gear. 160 to 35. Techmarine goes for repair. Need to try and get on this though. Apothecary's there. Need to run away, dude. Goes down. Does have Laramon's Blessing though. 1-1 cap. And Riku with the Land Raider takes out the Chaos Lord. Is that yes? And gets to southwest. Space Marines are still in this. More tank for shreeH. Here's that Mark of Noble one. Very tough for a tank. Terminators trying to hold things down. There's two of them here. But try and focus fire where you can. Here we go. Assault Terminators with Dark Riku. Unique to the Force Commander. Really come through strong in tier 3 with a Land Raider and now Terminators. This tank is so tough. It's got melee resistance. Stone Guard Veterans going for the mid. That 50% faster capping also applies the decapping. So they get that decap nice and quick. There's a double cap now for the Space Marines. And they're fighting over the northeast. The Venerable Dreadnought is getting repairs. There's no anti-vehicle here really. Gonna fight those Terminators. That was the Emperor's Fist, wasn't it? Why didn't it stun that guy? Does it not stun? Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe that was just a special attack. Seemed to be an Emperor's Fist. You got Cyclone Missile onto Terminators here. Help deal with the tanks, I guess. And speaking of tanks, Another Predator tank on the way for Best Noob. But they're holding it, they're doing it. But for how long? I was going to say Riku might want to get a Librarian quickly because these guys are in a little bit of trouble. Bunch of tanks shooting at them. Some Raptors to fight. Librarian with the, there it is, the Psychic Hood. Gate of Infinity can get them out of trouble if they should need it. Chaos Lord trying to get the mid. 50 to 35, it's so close. Chaos Lord goes down. Steal the double for the Space Marines. Can they pull this off? What an ending. I think they've got that tank. There's a melter on it. Yeah, they've got it. Can anything cap the mid though? Nothing's trying yet. Stone Guard using their Kraken bolts. Is that a Bloodletter jump? It is a Bloodletter jump. They're trying to get back to the Land Raider now. Is something capping there? The Apothecary is capping. Assault Terminator's in a little bit of trouble. Those are Lightning Claw dudes. Might want to gate them out. Where's the... Oh, the Librarian's gone. Those Terminators might be done for. But it's 7 to 35. They might have it anyway. Assault Terminators, I think, are going to fall. Yeah. Power melee to death. And they're grabbing the northeast too. Look at that. Triple cap. And they get it. Not even close, says Redbeard. Yeah. Pretty damn close. 0 to 35. I thought the Space Marines were done for a couple of times there. Not sure where the Chaos players faltered. I mean, the lack of general support abilities must have had an impact with, you know, battle cries going off and the Apothecary heals and stuff. I didn't see advanced healing much, but it must have happened a bunch. I think it just didn't focus fire quite well enough. Man, they had Lightning Claw Terminators too. Just couldn't stay in the field long enough. And the Land Raider made a big difference in the southwest. Strum was basically unable to push against it. The power of the Space Marines coming through, barely coming through. It's so close. What have we got here? Level 4 Plague Champion. No war gear for this guy. Level 7 Sorcerer doing all sorts of Zinchi shenanigans. Level 4 Chaos Lord. Had his blood maul at the end. Level 5 Apothecary. Level 9 Techmarine. Did a hell of a lot of work. And Dark Riku's Force Commander. Level 5. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And a big thanks to these players for taking part. I'll see you next time.